Autism Intervention Training. Part 4, Generalization. Welcome to the Autism Intervention Training video series. The focus of this video is generalization. We begin by defining generalization and giving some examples across 4 areas, and with some tips for increasing the chances of generalization. Let's begin by defining generalization. Child is able to perform the skills across the new and novel situations. Generalization are actually the skills that the child learns should be flexible and widely used in the natural life situations. For example, a child should be able to count blocks while sitting on the floor with a therapist and be able to count baking ingredients while cooking with his or her parents. He or she should be able to answer questions while sitting face to face with the therapist in a quiet room. What's your mother's name? Good boy, Chris, when asked by a peer while playing in the park. Life is not restricted to highly controlled therapy sessions. Therefore, generalization is vital for children to succeed in life. Children need to learn generalized skills that they have learned across the 4 areas: people, settings, stimuli, and responses. Any new skill a child that requires should not be considered fully learned or mastered unless the child is able to perform at constantly high level across all types of people. For example, the child should be able to label objects, whether here she is with a therapist or she is with a parent, sibling, friend, teacher, relative, or even a stranger. In addition to generalization across people, the child needs to generalize skills across settings. The child should be able to perform the skills he or she is learning at the therapy table, on the therapy room floor, around the own house, after school, or even at a park, or even at the moment, generalizing across stimuli. The child should be able to perform skills with an endless variety of material. For example, when learning emotions, the child should be able to identify emotions on faces drawn on flashcard. Give me a happy face. Wow, you got it. Give 5. She is happy. To identify emotions modeled by the people. How do I feel? Tell me now. I feel bored. Well, good. Alright, tell me, how do I feel now? I am sad. That's amazing. And to label emotions of characters in picture storybooks. How does this little girl feel? Sad. She is very sad as she dropped this ice cream. Children should be able to work with a variety of material. For example, they should be able to color with a wide range of crayons, markers, and pencils. The children should also be able to respond to a variety of phrasing. For example, when asked to touch red, he should be able to touch red, and so on. The final area that the child needs to generalize is across the skills. His responses. Once a child learns a skill, he or she should be able to give a limitless number of unique and new responses. For example, when teaching how to count, we may start by having a child handle 4 blocks. Generalization might include having a child count different types of items, like building a tower of 4 blocks or count 4 spaces on a board game. In the other words, the child should be able to count out objects in any fashion in a new situation. Another example of response generalization can be seen when teaching pretended play skills. We might begin by following specific script, but before we are finished, the child should be able to spontaneously create new and unique pretended situations. Poor generalization is one of the most common learning challenges for children with autism. Generalizing tips. Plan your generalization in your initial program planning. Generalizing should be taught in a systematic fashion. Everyone should be aware of what steps in a generalization needed. Before you begin teaching, decide when and how to introduce generalization. Some learners can begin generalizing immediately. Some minors must be able to reliably and confidently perform a skill in its initial format before it can be generalized. Some learners might have skills they can begin generalizing almost immediately, and other skills that will need to be completely mastered in their original format before they can be generalized. Carefully planning for generalization and making sure that teaching programs are not ended before they are fully generalized are two ways to increase your chances for successful generalization. Thank you.